Hey, good morning everybody. This is the Bearded Knife Guy, and it is a beautiful Saturday morning here in South Alabama. And I just wanted to take a minute and say thanks to every one of you out there that have subscribed to my channel. And you know, it means a lot to me. I had multiple subscribers overnight, and for that I want to say thanks to Bubba's EDC, you know, for putting the word out on my channel. I'm extremely grateful. And today, guys, I'm currently at Pocket Pond in Ozark, Alabama, where I'm going to be doing a trade. I come in here regularly. They usually have a good selection of knives. And I came in yesterday while I was out. I had to mail out a package for an eBay order from my channel, or from my eBay store, that someone had purchased a knife. And so while I was out, I stopped by here, and I had a few of these Kershaws. It's the Analyst. I bought in a lot, and so I've sold multiples on eBay, and I had a few left. And so I stopped in here yesterday, and I noticed that they had a Spyderco that I liked. So I'd asked if they'd been interested in maybe making a trade for some of these Kershaws I had left in exchange for that Spyderco. It's the Tenacious lightweight. I already have the regular Tenacious, but I mean, I love Spyderco knives. So when I asked about it, they said that they would entertain that idea. So after talking a little while, we worked it out. And so today I'm here to pick up the knife and give them these. So I will show you guys that knife here later on in the video. And then once we leave here, we're probably going to go around some other cities and towns here in South Alabama, maybe Elba, Enterprise, Dothan, places like that. Kind of do a knife hunt, maybe some antique stores or pawn shops, flea markets. Not real sure yet, but you know, hopefully it'll be a great day. Hopefully we'll find a lot of knives, and if so, I'll add those or go over those later in the video. But again, guys, you know, thank you so much for watching the channel. Thank you for all of your comments, all your likes. Remember to like and subscribe, share the video. Once we get up to 50 subscribers, I plan on doing that giveaway of a knife and a pocket sharpener. You know, the knife community is such an amazing group of people, and I'm thankful for every one of y'all. And I hope you guys enjoy this video today, and you know, I look forward to where this channel is going. I hope every one of you have an amazing day. If you're in Blade Show in Atlanta, be safe. You know, I pray for safe travels over you guys, and God bless. All right, guys, we're here in Level Plains, Alabama at Past and Present Antique and Flea Market. We're gonna go in here and see if we can find any knives or any great deals. Appreciate y'all for being here, and we'll go over anything that I do pick up at the end of the video. buck light. Again, with a few I might have to look into in here. There's a J. Martini fillet knife. Gerber gator. They got marked down to $30. That's not too bad of a deal. A couple little bokers. Another Gerber, $6.50. $22 for it. What do you guys think? Got a bag down there. Vintage knives. I might have to get that bag and check and see what's in there. It looks like an old queen with the wear bottom deal in there. Maybe an electrician's knife or two. I'll have to check it out. Get someone over here just a bit. Let's see what all's in there. To be able to see into some of the cases. Anybody need some wasp nest? Not in there. A lot of taxidermy animals in this booth. Nice big southern rattlesnake. You're gonna love that. Anybody needs one of those? Some alligator heads, a couple nice racks, all kind of things. Nice big bull skull. Earthworms and all kind of crazy stuff in here, guys. Some chicken skulls. So if you guys are into things like this, I guess this would be the place to come. A whole lot of oddities over here. have so many different vendors here. This place is huge. All kind of different things here. Got some nice stickers up. I might have to get one or two of these for my board at the house in my shop. To put me up a few of these. I think I might have to get this Smoky Bear sticker to put on my board. I'll look around, see if there's any more I like anywhere, but looking at this one, maybe might be coming home with me today. Alright guys, so I had to come in the bathroom here. It's the only place that was quiet without the music blaring really loud. I found a few knives that I'm interested in. I'm going to try to get some of the workers to come up in some of the cases. But this place is huge. There's tons of knives here spread all over this huge building. But once I get everything, whatever I buy here, we'll go over it whenever I get back to my shop later on this afternoon. Alright guys, so I'm leaving the past and present antique and flea market. It's a great place guys. If you're ever in the Enterprise area, definitely recommend stopping by. Great staff there, a lot of amazing vendors. Probably have something there for everyone. Tons of great knives, tons of vendors selling knives, new ones, old ones, just so many options. There was a lot of knives in the video that I've looked at from one vendor in particular. We weren't really able to make a deal on any of them. I feel like the prices on some of them were pretty high and he wasn't willing to really budge on the price, and considering the condition that some of them were in, I just had to pass. I did, however, pick up this knife here from one of the vendors. It is a Vintage Frontier lockback. It is the Double Eagle, and it was made by Imperial USA. It was in great condition, guys. I feel like for the price he wanted was 10 bucks. Felt like that was pretty fair. There's no damage to the blade. It doesn't look like it's really ever been sharpened or used to cut a whole lot, if anything. The handle had no breaks, no cracks, so I believe a little bit of sanding and a little bit of cleaning up on the brass and polishing, I think it's going to turn out to be a really nice knife. Whether I decide to keep it or resell it, I don't know yet. I did pick up this guy here. I think that's going to be a great addition to my board that I put all my stickers on from different channels on YouTube and different companies that I deal with as far as buying knives or things like that. So that'll be a great addition to that. And then lastly, I picked up this little Matchbox car. It's a little military Humvee for my son. He's 4 and he loves all the military vehicles, and especially the aircraft like the helicopters. Out here where we live in South Alabama, we have a lot of helicopters come through, so try to point out and name most of them to him, and so he's pretty knowledgeable on what helicopters are what. And so once he gets older, he said he wants to be a helicopter soldier, so I'm 110% supportive of that. I served in the Army and did a lot of work with helicopters, so definitely pleasing to hear that. But that's the only things I picked up from there. Again, there was tons of stuff I wanted. I just couldn't come to a deal with the vendor. But I'm gonna head home, pick up my wife and kids, and we're probably gonna go grab some lunch and maybe hit a few other antique stores or pawn shops. And if so, I'll record them, any knives that may have. And then at the end of the video, if I forget while filming at that location, I'll try to update as I can. But if I don't, at the end of the video, I'll go over everything I purchased. And if there's anything in the videos that you thought that I should have gotten that I didn't, just let me know. And if there's anything in the video that you've seen that you might be interested in, again, just comment down below. And if I can, we'll make a deal. If I need to go back and pick something up, you know, I don't have an issue with that. So just let me know, guys, and I'll update you in a little bit and see where we head next. All right, guys, we're here at the Highlands Antique Mall in Dothan, Alabama. We're going to go in here and see if we can find any knives. guys, so we're leaving the Highlands Treasures and Antiques over in Dothan, Alabama. That's another great place that I recommend if you're in the Dothan area and have time. Great place to stop by. They had a lot of vendors as well. It was a little bit more upscale compared to the past and present antique and flea market, but they had some very nice stuff in there, a lot of vintage stuff. And as you can tell in the video, I did find some knives in there. There were a few that were in one of the vendors' spots that really weren't worth what they were asking for it. I guess some people believe that if it's vintage, it's automatically worth something, but that wasn't the case, and he was asking a little bit much for the knives that he had in there. I did see a K-bar fixed blade knife in one of the cases. They wanted, I think, $75 for it, which I feel like is a pretty fair price. It was in very good condition with the sheath. I might try to go back at a later time and see if he'll take any less for it, but that is definitely something I'm interested in because I do love the old K-bars. A bunch of knives there. I tried to kind of get a video of all of them. Some good case, and there was some other vintage knives in there, like the ones from the World Fair. They had, I think, 3 of them, and then there was a couple other knives in that display with that vendor. Pretty nice. They were a little bit pricier. I think they were in the $100 to the ones with the World Trade or World Fair. They were, I think 3 of them was a couple $100. But the one thing I did end up picking up while I was there and leaving with is I found this Chicago cutlery sheath, and it has, I believe this is a ferro rod. It's still in the plastic. It doesn't look like it's ever been taken out or used. Pretty sure that's what it is. It could actually be a real fine honing rod. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research on it, but not exactly sure. But like I said, it doesn't look like it's been used. Still in the plastic in the sheath. But the best part about it was I found this guy here, and this is the Chicago Cutlery P22. It's in outstanding condition. It is American made. If you guys follow the Knife Doctor, he's recently gotten in a lot of the Chicago cutlery knives, the Travelers, and he's actually been down to True Home, which is I believe the nephews and sons of the original Chicago cutlery owners, or some of the original owners of Chicago cutlery. But I found this guy. It's in very good condition. There is a little scuff down here on this one bolster, but other than that, I mean, the blade is in amazing condition. Doesn't look like it's ever been used or sharpened. Not a lot of debris or anything down in the well. No cracks in the handle or anything like that. I mean, I believe once I get it home and do a little bit of light sanding down here, maybe with some 1,000 grit and up to maybe 5,000 or 10,000 on this one bolster, I think that'll take out most of that little scuff. And then, you know, just some light sanding on the handle and maybe put some oil or wax on it. But I mean, it is an outstanding knife. The vendor had it in there for $60.95. I asked about it, and they said that it had been in there a while and that they would ask the actual vendor if he was willing to take anything less on it. So I told them regardless I was interested in it, so they had taken it up to the front. Well, once I got up to the front, they said that they had spoke to the vendor and it had been in there a while, and because of the amount of time that it had been in there, that they would do 10% off. So that was outstanding. So I ended up paying I think around $53, $54 for this knife in the sheath with the rod, and the sheath is in excellent condition. It doesn't look to have ever been worn. I mean, outstanding. So I think that was probably a great find for, you know, just over $50. So once I get home, we're going to stop a couple more places before we go eat, and I'll see if there's anything worth filming or if I find any more knives, and if so, I'll update you. But if you guys think that that was a good deal, or if you think I paid too much, just let me know down in the bottom in the comments. And once I get back home and get back to the shop, we'll go over everything that I picked up today. Appreciate you guys. All right, guys, so I finally made it back home. It was a long day. I feel like it was a productive day, though. I left home this morning about 8:30, and I got home this afternoon probably about 6:15, 6:30. But we'll go over the things that I ended up getting today, and you guys can tell me if you think I got a good deal, if there was some things that you think I should have picked up, or if something I did pick up you think I should have left. Just let me know. Well, we'll start off here with the Spyderco. I'm a big Spyderco fan, and I ended up getting this one on a trade with the Pocket Pawn here in Ozark, Alabama. I do a lot of business with them. They'll have a lot of vintage knives come in, and they usually let me know. So I pick up a lot of knives from them. So I'd come in and had actually offered them. I had a few of these Kershaws I'd bought in a lot. I had multiples. I sold a couple of them on eBay, but I still had a few left, and asked if they'd be interested in a couple of these since they were still new and in packaging. They said, yeah, that they would be happy to take a few of those as a trade for this. Now, guys, I already have a Spyderco Tenacious, but I have the normal version. This here is the lightweight. And in my own opinion, I mean, some people may disagree, but I'd rather have one Chinese Spyderco than 2 or 3 Chinese Kershaws. I just believe that the fit, finish, and quality of Spyderco is a little bit better, even if it is the Chinese model. I own multiple Spydercos, both Chinese and American. I'm a big Spyderco fan. Haven't really found one I did not like yet. So I traded a couple of the Kershaws for this. So no really big expense or anything out of pocket. I feel like it was a fair trade. Some people might think not, but I felt like this has more value to me than the Kershaws did. The Kershaws, they retail at about $30 a piece at Walmart and different big box stores. The Spyderco here, the lightweight, it averages about 58 or so retail. So even 3 of the Kershaws, in my opinion, is still worth the trade for this Spyderco. So I did pick that up on a trade this morning. And then I went to the Past and Present Antique and Flea Market in Level Plains, Alabama, and I was able to pick up this. And again, it is a Frontier. It's the Double Eagle. It's in really good condition. I know it's extremely dirty and it needs some cleaning, but there was no, significant damage to it. There's one little spot on the blade here, but I feel like once I clean it up and maybe redo the edge on it a little bit, I think it's going to be perfectly fine. And then just a little bit of light sanding on the handle and clean up the brass. I think it's going to turn out to be an amazing knife. And for the price, it was only $10. So I definitely had to jump on it. There were some other knives there that I really liked, but I was not willing to pay some of the prices the guy wanted because the condition of the knives was just pretty rough, and what he was asking compared to the possibility of resale profit was very minimal. So I ended up not picking those up. So this was the only knife that I actually picked up from the Past and Present in Level Plains, but I'm completely happy with it. It was $10. And then also when I was there, I picked up the Smokey the Bear sticker. It was $4, but I'm a big fan of Smokey the Bear. I grew up seeing him in all the commercials. There was actually a big statue of him when me and my wife took our honeymoon. We went to a big camping and national park and stuff, and it's a big statue of Smokey the Bear when we came in there. So it was a little bit of significance to me, but I'm a big patriotic person, so I believe that we can and we should prevent communism in this country at all costs. And then lastly, we went to the Highland Treasures Antique Mall, I guess, and I found the Chicago cutlery, the sheath, and it has the rod in it. And again, the rod is still in the packet. It has never been used. And I mean, it's in such good quality. I mean, it's in great shape. The sheath doesn't appear to ever have been used or worn. I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, no damage to it. But even the knife, guys, the knife is in excellent condition. There's one little scuff here mentioned earlier, but I feel like some high grit sandpaper, I feel like I could be able to take that out and eliminate the majority of that little scuff and not really even notice it's there. A little bit of patina on the back, but again, some high grit, I think it'll remove some of that. Do a light sanding on the wood and polish out the bolsters. I think it's going to be an amazing knife. It's in excellent condition. It is USA made. It is a beautiful knife, really, guys. Its blade doesn't look like it's ever been used or sharpened. No damage to it. So this one they had for they were asking $60.95 for it. I offered $45. They said they didn't know if they could do that, but the lady had got in contact with the actual vendor that owned this, and he said he would do 10% off because it had been sitting a while. So I ended up getting it for about $54 before tax. So between this with the sheath and then the rod, like I said, it had never been used. It was still in the package, and everything else that I picked up today, I spent roughly $70 to $75. Again, the knife didn't really cost me anything out of pocket due to the trade I had for the Kershaws. So guys, just tell me what you think. If you think that I got a good deal, just let me know. If there's some things that you might have saw in the video that you think I should have picked up, let me know. If you think I paid too much for the items I've got, also just let me know. But again, guys, I'm thankful to have each and one of you subscribers here. I thank y'all all for watching my videos. I thank you for the shares and the likes and the comments. I feel like I can do great things with this channel, and I have a lot of great things planned ahead that I'd like to do. I'd like to do some giveaways. I'd like to do some fundraiser type things for some charities and stuff in my area, as well as in other areas. So a lot of great things I have planned for the future of this channel. And I just want to say thank you to every one of you for tuning in, and I'm thankful for every one of you guys. I hope you have a great weekend, and God bless.